Okay, so I want to start out the stream. I think this might be a pretty long stream, so bear with me. I want to start out the stream with a Kendra G video, right? Just to get the blood flowing, the ball rolling, right? So I think that's going to be fun, right? So let's get started.
I thought you was a guy.
Hi, I'm ready.
They're telling me I'm blurry.
You're not blurry. Just come to me.
Let me check about the phone real quick. She said I'm not blurry. Just come to her. Let me check my other phone. Great. What's your name, honey?
Nicole.
Nicole, where are you calling me from?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, how old are you?
29.
29. How many years you been on Earth?
29.
What you do for a living?
I'm a banker. I work at the bank.
Banker. You have any children?
One.
One child. Two child.
1.
1 year old right now with the dad.
I feel like we move pretty fast. My child is 1, almost 2, so we met during the pandemic, and I just feel like we move pretty fast, and we're just not really aligned.
All women's excuses for why they have a child and why they're not with the child's father is always stupid. Right? I honestly believe it's always stupid. Okay? And a lot of times it's kind of in line like this, right? You move too fast. Why did you let the man finish in you if things are going fast? Why did you not take the plan B? Why did you not put it's like women seem to not understand the magnitude of having children. And having children with men that you don't see a future with. It's beyond me. It's amazing that women like, oh, hey, let's have a child. It's fine. I could be a mom, a single mom. But you know what? Having a husband, commitment, that's now crazy. That's crazy. Being a mom, being a single mom, that's life. That's the way of life. It's just beyond me.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's your zodiac sign, Nicole?
Aquarius.
Now, you know people gonna say your child's 1. You should wait some time before you start dating. What you want to say to that?
He's almost 2, number 1. And I mean, I feel like it's all about your personal journey. If you're healed, sometimes, especially for women, I feel like a lot of times you're done mentally before you're done physically. So I feel like you can't put a time limit on, someone's healing and someone's growth and someone's readiness to move on. So.
And there you have it. All right, so what kind of man you looking for, girl?
I am looking for a man who is family oriented, a man who
What?
the comments.
What did they say that's so funny?
Nothing. Okay, so I feel like I'm looking for a man who's family oriented. I'm looking for a man who is financially responsible, a man who's emotional.
This is why a lot of men are tired. The hypocrisy. You're looking for a man that's family oriented, yet you are fine with having a child with a man that you're not creating a family with. In my opinion, right? Having a child is not a family. That's a broken family. It's got to be 2-parent household with children. That's a family. You being a single mom, that's not a family. It's a broken home. So this is the thing. A lot of men see the stupidity in that. You want a man now. You want a man that's family oriented. Yet you were fine with having a child by a man that you don't see a family with. So this is why you don't think. This is the thing, right? If a man is logical, he's smart, he's morally sound, he stands on his principles, right? He's an upstanding man. He's gonna think about, wow. So now I'm gotta be the one who's family oriented. Yet you had a child with a man that wasn't. You gave the most precious thing you can give to a man, a child, your body, to a man that didn't meet that standard. And now I need to meet that standard to be with you, to get your body. It's like, this is why, right? The men that are upstanding, right? They won't deal with it, right? They will just like, oh, they will be just like, heck with it, right? But the men that will deal with you are the men that will just use you, lie to you, use that body up, maybe even give you more babies, right? So this is the thing women don't understand, right? Why past matters. Past action matters because it tells you what type of woman you are, and usually it will tell you what type of men you will attract.
Emotionally intelligent, someone who is just open, done with their past, ready to move forward in life. Someone with a career. I feel like I'm 29 years old, so I want someone who has things already in order. Everybody I feel like is on a growth journey, so that's okay. But as long as you have something on.
See, this is insanity, right? You're 29. Your child is, let's highball it too. So you had a child when you're 27. Not much of a difference, right? You didn't have this. You didn't have these standards before. This is the thing with women. Oh, it's like such a weird time frame. Women will have no standards, right? 1 minute, and then hundreds of thousands of standards the next. That's why it don't make sense to men, right? It's just like it's stupid. It's actually stupid because how can you have such crazy standards right now, but the last man you dealt with kind of met none of your standards, or maybe he just met with your sexual standards, your look standards. It's absolutely insane.
For yourself at this point in your life.
Okay, what are your deal breakers?
I would say more than 2 kids because I have 1, so that makes 3 within the household. So that's a lot. So more than 2 kids. Someone who does not have a career. Someone who is not emotionally intelligent. That's it.
Okay, what about looks? You look a certain way?
I prefer dark-skinned men. I'm 5'5", so at least.
This is the thing, right? And I'm fine with like black women sticking with black men. That's fine. That's awesome. But this is the thing where maybe I'm gonna be controversial. Where I feel bad for black men because women like this say I prefer black men, but they're essentially saying this is what you deserve. You deserve a baby mama, someone else's baby mama. You deserve a woman that didn't, because like again, we're talking about good, upstanding men, and in this case, good, upstanding black men. Okay, this is what you deserve. This is what you get. A woman that didn't have standards with a man that she gave a child to, but now she has standards for you as a good, upstanding black man. That's why it's like, this is the problem, right? That even within your own culture, women think less of you, right? They think this is what you deserve. You deserve someone else's baby mom. It's like, maybe I'm being, crazy, but I think that's sad.
Someone who is 5'9", um, a liar, a cheater, someone who doesn't have money. Like, I feel like you don't have to have a whole lot of money, but I like to go on dates. I like to go out. I like to travel. So someone who can enjoy life with me.
Okay. Did I ask you about if you look a certain way?
Um, that's just what you asked me. I prefer a dark skinned man.
Oh, but then you went into you went into the money part. That's the next question. Do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Kendra, the people, I made a comment on one of your posts. It was after I said that 100,000 is really not that much money, and I don't understand why y'all be trying to like come for people who say $100,000 because I feel like that's the problem with black people. Like, why do black people always feel like 100,000 is so much and it's beyond achievable? Like, it's not beyond achievable. $100,000 is a reasonable amount of money in this economy, and I'm close to 100,000. I'm not at 100,000, but I'm on track to be making 100,000 within a couple of years. So I just feel like the people came for me. Like, people was coming for me like, oh, she's delusional. I'm just like, y'all are delusional to think that $100,000 is not attainable.
I think the biggest thing we gotta do, this is where I was thinking about this today. Social media is gonna keep people single because all people do is see somebody else's life and say, well, I deserve that life too. The question becomes, is that guy just trying to date you? That's all it comes down to. Like,
This is why I kind of picked this video, right? Where women like her say 100K is not enough, or it's not that hard to get. This is the insanity, right? That one, the median for men, right? Most men make about 50K. That's most men. Statistically, including men and women, right? Men and women of all races, about 30% of the US population makes 100K. 30%. That's men and women, right? That's men and women, and that's of all races. 30%. So, if you think about it logically, statistically, it is hard. It is hard. Not everyone can be a banker. Not everyone can, like, be a nurse. It's like, this is the thing, right? Not everyone can have one job that makes 100K. Not everyone can do that. So really, this is the thing where you gotta think, yes, it is hard. Because not everyone has opportunities, have chances, have education, have the chance to make that amount. Make 100K. And at 29, she said, not every man at 29 makes that amount. That's why you say, right? Where even Kevin Samuel has said, men that makes that amount, they get that position, right? But she said a couple years. So she's 29. Let's say hypothetically 34, 35, right? That's the thing. It takes time. It takes time to make that amount. No 29-year-old makes that amount out the gate. That's just it. That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard, right? Unless women want to date older, which is crazy because women always complain about, old men discussing and shit like that. Well, that's just how it is. And most women, right? Most of the time, women date really close to their age. If you look at social media, you would assume that women are dating men crazy old. They're not. Average people, they date within about 1-2 years within their own age bracket. So that is why it is technically hard. Technically, it's not achievable at a certain age. It takes time, right? You work in a place long, and this is the thing, right? A lot of people, they don't work in the same job long enough to, get promotions, get raises, shit like that, to go up to the 100K mark. It takes time. This is why women are delusional, right? They are kind of stupid, right? Because you're not thinking logically. right? It is hard because average people makes average amount. That's why you live within your means. To say that 100K is not a lot, you're stupid. It is a lot. It is achievable, but it is a lot, right? People survive on a lot less. So this is the thing where women are just they're so out of touch with reality. That's the thing. They're so out of touch with the reality. And women say a lot of crap, but it's like, do you date men that makes 100K? I mean, usually you don't.
Like no, I don't think that people are saying. I mean, we do have to know the statistics. So not everybody's making 100K. But what it really comes down to is if the guy that's making 100K, is he trying to date you seriously? Does he like you back? That's the part that nobody wants to talk about. You can say whatever you want, but does he want you back?
I have
And do you?
never dated. I have
Okay.
never dated nobody that makes $100,000, but I just feel like
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? Women don't understand. What do you qualify for? What was the man you gave a child to, right? How much he made? It's like, this is the thing where women are so out of touch with reality from her own mouth. She doesn't date men that make 100K. And yet she said, oh, 100K is not a lot, so I want a man that makes 100K. You're kidding me? Why? Why would you want a man that makes 100K when, one, you've never dated a man? Two, you don't, obviously, your dating history shows that you don't qualify for it. So, it is ridiculous.
it's attainable. I know people within my circle who make $100,000.
Okay, so if you're around, so there's a question you have to ask yourself. If you're around men that make 100K, why don't they want to date you?
I'm shy, so that's why I don't put
You
myself
don't
out
seem
there.
shy at all.
I'm shy.
This is shy.
No, I'm
I don't
shy.
get shy from you at all. So you think the men that make the money that you desire, they don't want to date you because you're shy?
Yeah, because I don't put myself out there to meet people who make $100,000. Well, I know people in my circle, but I'm not gonna date the people. They're my friends. So romantically, I don't date people who make $100,000. So I mean, I guess
I think that's stupid, right? This is the stupidity of women. So, you have these standards, right? You have these crazy standards. Men that make 100K, men that's black, men that's 6 foot, all this shit. Your friends qualify for this, right? Your friends meet these standards. Oh, but I don't want to date these men. It's like women think these men aren't unicorns. Women don't think these men are rare. These men are rare. Because if you see these men everywhere, then you literally see them everywhere. You don't. It's just absolutely stupid. It's ridiculous, right? That's why a lot of men say, look for the men in your friend zone. The men that you, right, put in your friend zone. Because usually, a lot of time, these men qualify for your standards. And you know these men, right? And that's why men are just, they can't put up with this shit. Because it's stupid. Absolutely idiotic.
statistically, like everyone says, it's statistically only 10% of people make $100,000. But I just feel I know people who make that much and more. So
Right. So then the question always becomes back to why don't they want to date you? You know these men, you're around them. Why don't they want to date you? If that's who you want to date, you should start asking questions because I don't think I'm a results person. I like results, right? I don't want to live in fantasy land. I want to talk about results. So if you want this man that makes 100K or more, and you're around them, at some point in time you got to start saying, well, why don't they want me? And maybe start asking them questions about what they like. Because when you say this, like you might not realize it, but you kind of make your case worse when you say I'm around 100K men all the time, but I've never dated one. It's kind of like, well, what's the problem? Because if you're around these men and they don't want to date you, wouldn't that be a sign about something?
well, okay, I won't say that I have dated, but I'm not in a relationship clearly because I'm on everybody has their own things going on. I don't know.
I think I do believe Kevin Samuels started the 100K notion. Do y'all even know like the difference if a man made 100K versus 70K or 80K?
No, but
like what is the difference that y'all are noticing? I want to know.
No, but I want to say this because I literally had a whole conversation with my followers about this, and I feel like that question is really not a good question for you to ask. How much does somebody make? That's really not a good question because there's so much more that goes into dating someone besides just how much they make. How about you ask how much debt do you have? That's a better question because if you make 100K and you got $90,000 in debt, then it really doesn't equate. Like I feel like most logical people are going to take into consideration more than just how much money you make. Like I feel like it's a conversation, but people say a number
Well,
because
girl,
that's
you
the
talking
question
to yourself because you're the one that said he has to make 100.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
She said, how much money does a man have to make? She said 100K is not a lot.
That's not what I said.
So, okay, but a couple things. The question stays and the question stands because some people answer the question, they say money doesn't matter. So it's not about the question, it's about getting to know. And there are people who come on and say, no, you have to make this amount of money. And then I have a follow, I posted a lady today. She said 100K. I said, if you made 70K, should he reach out? And she said, no, don't waste your time. So the question stands. But why are we going on this tangent? Just answer the question. Okay. Does your guy have to make a certain amount of money or not?
I would say at least 70. At least 70.
Okay, at least 70. All right,
So for a woman that said, you shouldn't ask this question, right? You shouldn't ask this question. You shouldn't ask how much he should make. For a woman that said that, and yet her answer is that he should make at least 70. Wouldn't it have been more logical that she said money didn't matter? Because if it don't matter about the question, you shouldn't ask how much should a man make for you to date him. If it don't matter, you should say it don't matter. This is the hypocrisy, the delusion, the stupidity of a lot of women. Right? The question is the question. It matters about the answer. What kind of answer you gave. Right? The question matters because a lot of women, it matters to a lot of women. Money matters to women. It's for any man that thinks money don't matter to women, you're stupid. This is me holding men accountable, right? Or waking up men. You think money don't matter to women, you're stupid. Now, it depends on how much. That's the difference, right? But money matters to women. Money matters to people, right? Men can live a little bit, maybe a lower amount life, but women, I think women really can't, right? Women love to go on trips. They love to they love to have experiences. They like to be spoiled. They like to pamper themselves, shit like that. So women love money, right? They need it. And they need a certain and they love a lifestyle, right? And that's why asking the question, how much does a man need to make to be with you, is important. It matters about the answer, right? It matters about the answer. That's why women are just like, they're so intertwined with their emotions that they can't think logically.
Let's do the Kendrick hymn.
I was trying on this shirt. Let me take this off. Okay, I can't take it off. I'm gonna just leave it on, but I got tags on. Oh my god. This is not, I don't know. You can't see my legs. Hold on, let me go somewhere else.
Okay, we got it.
Seriously. Oh my god.
They're getting over you. The cousins getting over you, girl.
Well, whatever. If you like me, reach out, baby. Slim Nick on Instagram.
We gotta see your legs, though. We gotta come on. We gotta keep the show going.
Did you know that, Kendra?
I just picked up on it in that moment. Okay. All right, you look small.
I'm
Okay.
Slim Nick.
Slim Nick is her name. All right. You have a 1 year old. That's right. Do you want more kids?
Um, yes, I would be open to more kids, but I'm also okay with just my one.
Okay. Can the guy have kids already?
Yes, that's fine. No more than two.
Okay. Should he be in Charlotte?
Close. Surrounding North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia
Okay.
is about as far as I can go.
Okay. Um, what was your last relationship?
My child's father.
Okay. You don't have to answer. I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'll pass.
You'll pass. Three.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. Women that pass that question, usually they've done it. They've had sex within the month or about 4 months. It doesn't sound as bad if they said half a year, right? It will sound kind of bad if they said, "Oh, I just had sex last month." Because they have all these standards, all these high, crazy standards, right? Yet they're fine with having a bunch of sex with a whole bunch of men that don't meet these standards, that don't qualify for long-term commitment. So this is the insanity, the hypocrisy, the delusion, right? That there are men that can get your body that don't meet these standards. So why? It's like women make things so less. I mean, they make it less special, right? They make the prize of getting a woman so not special at all, right? They make getting a woman just not special at all. So it's just sad, right? So to get her body, let's say to be with her, plenty of other men have, right? Plenty of other men that don't meet these standards that you may meet, they gone her body.
What you have to work on? I feel like you sobered up real quick.
I feel like listening. I feel like I want like understanding someone's love language and what they like. I feel like I want to do what I want to do for people, and that's not always what someone wants for you to do for them. So listening. Um, Also, eh, okay, listening. Um, Standing my ground a little bit more. I feel like sometimes I look and standing firm on what I want and what I need from a man in a relationship. Um, I don't know. I don't know. My mind is blank. Y'all, the cousins be going in on these comments, so it's a little distracting.
Everyone's saying your hair looks nice though. You are getting your compliments about your hair.
Thank you. I just did.
Okay. So why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I feel like I'm very open minded. I know I'm open minded. I know how to have fun. I like to have a good time. And I'm very financially responsible. Like if you have any ideas, we could get it going, baby. Let's get this business going. Let's figure out how we're gonna make some more money. So I have a mind of my own, and um, I can think for myself and make my own decisions and make us go to the next level.
Okay. Before we go, I just want you to comment on it one more time because I see some comments about it. You already addressed it earlier. You do have a 1 year old. So for the people that feel as though you out here dating, because some are saying go back to your child's dad. I know that's not an option for you. So do you want to just close it out with that, like for those who are judging you because you're looking for someone with a 1 year old?
Um, I would say again, he's almost two.
Okay, he's almost two.
But I just feel like sometimes in life things don't work out, and if you're sure, I tried my best, I tried my hardest with that relationship, and it didn't work out, and I'm healed, I'm ready to move forward, and that's what it is. If you don't want to date me because I have a 1 year old, don't date me. Don't hop in my inbox. Don't talk to me. There's more
And
people
there,
out there. There's more fish in the sea. So
and there you have it. Okay, well said. Let's do it. Oh, what's the age?
This is the thing where women don't understand, right? The men that don't want to date her are usually the men that are upstanding men, right? The men that have standards. The men that kind of meet her standards. The men that will date her are the men that don't care, right? The men that want to conquer that body. The men that will lie to you, be two-faced, that will cheat on you, that will abuse you, are toxic men. Those are the men that won't have standards. They don't care. As long as you have holes, he wants to enter them. This is the thing women don't understand. What type of men will you attract? You are attracting. Like these are why men have these questions, right? Where they are upstanding. These men are morally sound, right? These men kind of meet these standards, right? 100K, all this other shit. So they want to know, what are they getting into? The men that will be in her inbox are the men that don't care. They don't care. As long as I can have sex with her, I'll lie to her. That's it. This is sometimes women don't understand. What type of men are you attracting?